Have you ever looked at Dhar Mann in the eyes and gone, what kind of secrets is that wistful little smile holding behind those soulless eyes? Yes, I've wondered that too. So today we're looking at Dhar Mann. Well, you see, in the last video, we looked at Vegan Teacher, and I defended my boy Dhar Mann. But I brought up some very interesting topics of conversation for Dhar Mann. So, here we are today, looking at Dhar Mann. So let's say you've never experienced Dhar Mann or what this guy is like. He does exist on YouTube, but I'd imagine he's much more famous on Facebook because, you know, emotional reposting of stuff is very common on there. But on YouTube, he's no slouch either with 11 million subscribers. He posts short films to his channel in which things are said and done. They are theatrical PSAs. I will say I am being very generous, and you can be very generous too by subscribing and hitting the bell, or perhaps just liking the video, because I'm so sassy. But if you ever want to make a Dhar Mann video yourself, just think of some kind of cliche, some kind of movie cliche, some life cliche. Perhaps a minority group, those would probably do really well amongst those circles, so that way you can get them to repost it in their circles, where, you know, their Facebook moms will all say the same thing, that kids need to act more like this these days, or like, wow, what a great message, we learned so much, or something, something, something. Anyway, you repost the video. Think about it this way. You want to get people to repost your video about, I don't know, nothing? Then make a video about perhaps mixed race families. Oh, interesting. Perhaps you can use some other racially charged thing in your title so that way you can get people to share it. Oh, perhaps an illness that is life-threatening that many people will at least know a single person who experienced that or will experience that. Somebody who has special needs, either a wheelchair or having to do, you know, like MS, or perhaps, you know, maybe they're on the spectrum or one of the other things, you know, a variety of different things. Take your pick. Think of one that you have in your life from somebody you know, and maybe, just maybe, Dhar Mann has a video for you about why it's wrong to be mean to these people. Then make the conflict based around this identity, and boom, you got a Dhar Mann video. Just make sure to end that video by saying that what the bad person was doing is most certainly bad, and that the good person, you know, the minority, the person with special conditions, the person from a specific kind of social class, whatever, you name it, make sure they get what they justly have deserved the whole time in this video. So perhaps you have a gold digger. What happens to the boyfriend at the end who has to deal with this gold digger girlfriend? Well, you don't even need to watch the Dhar Mann video to know what happens in this, because, I mean, we've all heard the song Gold Digger, but that is literally what this is a video of, and I assure you that Dhar Mann did not come up with that cliche. Now, I'm describing Dhar Mann's videos pretty negatively because that is what I would describe them as. What is with my camera these days? This is because I got water in my lens, isn't it? I'm suffering because of that, huh? Now, I know Dhar Mann promotes his videos as the idea is to share these motivational messages to make the world a better place. And you know what? There might be a part of him that believes that and says that, but that's not what these videos are for. They're meant to tug on your emotional heartstrings in the most basic way possible. Think about it this way. Whenever you have a character in a movie and you need to suddenly like them, oh, give them a daughter. Perhaps you have like an old grizzly man, give him a daughter-like character, and then all of a sudden he has to come to terms with the fact that he is a father and has to care for this individual now, and he becomes a better person because of it. I bet you've never seen that before, ever, where a father has to learn how to father through the course of a movie or game.
You don't have to keep it because you feel bad for him. Everybody knows how much of a loser he is.
Yeah, I heard his family lives in a trailer park.
Ew!
Over time, Adam ends up becoming one of the most popular artists in the world.
These are things that are basically like the skeletons of what we'd use to describe and build up a certain script for a short film that we'd be doing, or, you know, something like that. Like, we want to convey a message, so you have these things like perhaps about a genderqueer student, or you know, just any LGBTQ member, right? Let's say you have a character like that, and you want to talk about how we should treat LGBTQ people with respect. Okay, great. Now, a Dhar Mann script would just be an LGBTQ person is not treated with respect. The person who doesn't treat them with respect is given their just desserts, where somebody else doesn't treat them with respect. And then that person, the LGBTQ member, either shows them the error of their ways or basically gets what they had always been searching for, right? There's not much else to it in the script. There's no struggle, there's nothing the character overcomes, there's nothing they have to deal with. There's shows like that, and I will put up pictures of what those shows are now so you understand examples of how to do that well. But that is not a Dhar Mann video. Clearly though, this method is working because his Facebook has a buttload of followers. By that I mean 25 million people follow him. So these videos end up resonating with lots of people. Probably for very simple reasons, but again, it's not surprising because he's deliberately targeting these things because it helps make him lots of money. Don't understand what I mean? Let's take a look at one of Dhar Mann's videos, right? Rich girl rejects skater boy. What happens is shocking because the skater boy part doesn't make any sense, but clearly this is about, you know, a poor boy falling for a richer girl and then the richer girl being like, ew, right? So we're gonna get into this and see what it's like. And I'm gonna have a lot of choice words to say.
So what should we do this weekend?
Well, let's just say you shouldn't plan anything because Rob has a little surprise for you. Well, for all of us.
Yeah, you really hit the boyfriend jackpot. Rob's smart, he's handsome.
And he's rich.
Hey, Paige. Can I talk to you for a sec?
Go away, Adam.
Yeah, she doesn't want to talk to you.
I won't lie, I've seen like the first minute of this video just to like pre-screen it for epic meme-itude, and why do I say things like that? Why do I say things like that? I should be smacked. Alright, this is gonna sound real mean, but these guys in this video, they don't look like high schoolers. You know, when you cast a high schooler, you need somebody who looks like they're in high school. All of the actors in this video look like they go to high school in the Starship Troopers universe.
I just wanted to give you this. It's just a little something that I drew.
An orchid? But how'd you know orchids are my favorite flower?
It wasn't that hard to guess. You wear them all the time, just like the ring you have on right now.
This is the quietest high school hallway I've ever heard. Would it kill you to put some sound design in this? It is deathly quiet. What are those extras doing back there? They're just silent. It's creepy. Oh man, what an understanding guy. He noticed that tiny dainty little ring on your finger, so he drew you a picture of a flower. Alright guys, so I'm gonna be that guy. This set looks awful. I know why he picks these sets. They're probably cheap, right? Or they might be a soundstage that's used for something else, right? Like a different show, or it's like definitely like decked out with extra things, but it's like you rent out a studio space that is fake school hallway, and then you have the set decorator come in and add extra stuff to it. Also, all of Dhar Mann's videos are kind of shot like a soap opera. By that I mean the colors are very flat. Everybody looks very, well, I wouldn't say beautiful, because some of his actors are ugly, but like they're just like not deliberately casted as ugly people. Except for when he deliberately casts ugly people to prove a point, to which I'm sorry that you are an actor that has been typecasted as an ugly person.
This is so
Lame. She doesn't want some dumb drawing.
Yeah, you should really get out of here before her boyfriend gets here.
You know what isn't dumb? My Twitch, of which you should go follow, because if I uploaded this video, guess what? I'm streaming.
Hey, babe. I got you something.
You did?
Yep. Roses. Your favorite.
Oh,
I better get going.
Okay, guys, he looks like a real estate agent, okay? He doesn't look like a high schooler. You know what she looks like? You know what the bitchy friend looks like? She literally looks like a Kmart version of this girl from Starship Troopers, whose name is preceding me right now. All this is telling me is that I need to watch Starship Troopers again. You know, because I need to know that I'm doing my part.
thanks.
What was that about?
It's just a drawing he made me.
You don't have to keep it because you feel bad for him. Everybody knows how much of a loser he is.
Yeah, I heard his family lives in a trailer park.
Ew! Give it to me. I'll throw it away for you.
No, that's all right. I'll keep it.
Oh my god, man. I don't know if these actors are even that old, But it is the lighting in this room. They just end up making them look ugly. I think they just kept, I don't know, guys, okay, listen. There's like house lights, right? And then there's the lights you use for the video, right? House lights are the lights you have on when you're like doing work and setting stuff up, so you don't bump into something and die, right? So you have those on. I honestly think this set might just have the house lights on, so everybody's getting this weird shadow overcast, right? Notice how I have shadow down here from the light that's up here, right, on my ceiling, right? So you see a lot of shadow overcast here, right? It causes a lot of like darkness under the eyes. And if I'd want to get rid of that, I'd put a light over here, which I used to, but I'm lazy, right? So I just keep that darkness in my face, and it does make me look a little worse, right? But, you know, if you're casting high schoolers and they look a little bit on the older side, maybe do some things to help hide their wrinkles. It just makes them look a little better. And then their faces are all so red, and I just can't help but think that something somewhere along the line went wrong. Either that or they're all allergic to the set they're on.
Another surprise for you.
Sounds good.
Bye. You are so lucky he got you roses.
I know. I wish I had a guy like him.
Yeah. He is pretty great.
Part of one of the things that's amazing about Dhar Mann's writing is that, I mean, he doesn't write these, but let's imagine he does, right? But everybody acts like the biggest cartoon version of what a high schooler acts like, right? I don't know about you guys. I've never experienced something like this, and I doubt most of you have either, right? Because it's so ridiculous and over the top. But apparently this has resonated with 14 million people. So maybe I'm the one with a weird college and high school experience, right?
So what do you think the surprise is?
Whatever it is,
Man doesn't ollie, woman clap. You know what she looks like? She looks like this. I'm being mean today. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm focusing on that. Because there's nothing of substance here. What else am I supposed to focus on? I bet he plays a mean Wonderwall.
Paige. Paige.
Paige!
Oh, sorry.
Did you even hear what I said?
What was that sound design? Disgusting. What did you do there? I like heard the mic like make noise. Something. Hold on, you hear something in the background there. I need to go back and hear it. Okay, it's either like a fan or a plane that you hear. Like they recorded those extra muffled voice lines in post. She recorded on her iPhone or something.
Rock and roll at all?
Yeah, I love rock. Why?
I thought so. I saw the Beatles sticker on your backpack. Anyway, do you have plans tonight?
Hey, are you a fan of rock and roll music? Because you have a Beatles sticker on your backpack. The characterization here we're getting with, what's her name? Paige. Characterization we're getting here with Paige. We're just learning so much about her. Like, she has such a complex personality. She likes flowers, the Beatles.
Well done, lad. The Beatles are all dead.
I can't wait for me to look at the comments and for somebody to be like, yeah, I had friends just like this in high school. And it's like, great. Well, you lived your weird Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, you know, high school experience. But I will tell you this. 4 years in high school, never anything this interesting. Never happened, you know. The only time interesting things happened is when people lied and assumed that interesting things happened. Like, I always point back to the time where this guy told me freshman year that he had eaten somebody's ass. Now me, a private school boy, had no idea that ass could be eaten. That's a statement on the internet now. But the thing is I believed him. I believed his skinny pencil neck body that he ate ass at 14. And it made high school really interesting, but you know what? In retrospect, that didn't happen. You want to know what most of my high school experience looked like, and probably what most of your high school experience looked like. See this stock footage? Notice how boring it is? That was your high school experience.
Rob, give that back to me.
Oh, so you're playing at Sal's tonight? Sounds pretty pathetic. Let me guess. You're trying to get these girls to go so you don't look like such a loser when no one comes to hear you play?
Rob, just leave him alone. Let's go. Come on.
I hate to break it to you, but we already have plans tonight. Because I got us 4 front row tickets to the big hip hop concert.
Rock musicians don't look like this. They look like this, okay?
And just a little advice. If you ever want to score a hot girl like Paige, you need a lot more than some cheap skateboard. You gotta have an expensive car. like my Porsche. See you later.
You gotta have an expensive car like my Porsche. Oh my lord. You know, every now and again there's like a line that's so over the top where it's like, this seems like a parody, right? And I kind of like that, where it gets so ridiculous it's a parody. Like, it doesn't reach into those levels enough. But if he was more awful all the time, it would be funnier, right? If he was just, he didn't get roses, like he got something completely left field, right? That would have been much funnier.
What kind of a lame song was that?
I don't even think this is a restaurant. I think this is a set of a restaurant. There could have been a real pizzeria he could have filmed in, right? And they would have appreciated his business, but no, he went to a soundstage.
Have fun at this dump with Skater Boy.
I will, thanks.
And don't come crawling back to me later when he's still a deadbeat musician and I'm making 6 figures.
I'll tell you right now, Rob is having a good time. He is enjoying this. He's like, who gives a shit? I'm getting a paycheck. Eh! Yeah, okay. There's no other rock musicians aside from the Beatles. I just love the idea that she is a rock aficionado because she listens to the Beatles. That's like saying, I like art because I've seen Starry Night. Like, what happens is shocking. What could be shocking that would be good for these characters that make the other guy look bad? Well, curly hair boy failing after Paige giving up her money man, right? Like if Curly Boy failed, that would be shocking because it would be really sad and funny. But it wouldn't teach the lesson about why you should love someone instead of loving somebody's money, right? That's the message. And I didn't even need to watch the whole video for that, okay? But I think he's gonna be a famous rock star at the end of this video. You guys think he's gonna be a famous rock star? And her friends are gonna be like, whoa, Paige, you're rich now? That's crazy. And she's like, yeah, it's all because I stuck beside my boy Curly from the Three Stooges.
As time goes on, she keeps supporting him no matter where he performs. Adam keeps practicing and getting better and better. Eventually, more people start to show up. And then a lot more people. One night he even ends up getting signed to a major record label.
You're gonna notice these in a lot of Dhar Mann's videos, right? This is kind of like a breaking entry for me, right? Breaking into Dhar Mann's universe. The Dhar Mann cinematic universe, if you will. Or the DMCU. Guys, I got up at 5 a.m. for work today. Please give me a break. But this is part of like how I know Dhar Mann is playing to the lowest common denominator inside all of us, you know, trying to hit on those like very base instinctual things inside of us. You know, all those emotional cores to a story that help move it forward and get us emotionally invested. It's like we all hate, like I'm watching Game of Thrones again right now, right? So we all hate Joffrey because he's a rich little bastard and he's, you know, maniacal and all this stuff. But, you know, it's his place and who he is that what makes us hate him, right? And then what he does just adds to that and gives us more conviction to hate the character, right? So when Rob is sitting there, Rob the bully is sitting there going, that gives us, the audience, conviction to know, oh, just because this guy's rich doesn't mean he's a good guy. You know, that's what's happening. I can't believe I'm breaking this down. I just had a realization. I'm like, wow. But, you know, Dhar Mann has all these, like, little speeches at the end of his videos that are literally speaking to the audience and, like, actually just explaining the point of the video. That's it. Like, he is just laying it out, like, word for word. Like, hey, stupid, if you didn't get it, here's the video. And that's part of what makes these seem disingenuous. Is that he doesn't trust the audience's intelligence to get the message by just showing it instead of telling it. All right. I don't want to be the realist in the room. I don't want to ruin anybody's dreams. All right. I've been doing YouTube since I was 13, you know, and I was promised riches and untold glory, you know, or you would die trying, basically. Guess where I am, guys? It's just the idea that it's like he worked really hard and then it just happened. That's not how it happens. Guys, I won't lie. I won't lie. If you're one of those people, you start dating a musician and you're like, he'll make it, or she'll make it. She'll be the next big star. No. You're gonna end up playing the same small town club venue for the rest of your life. Not to put a damper on anybody's parade, but I'm just saying, I've seen a couple of bands in my day. They're still here, along with me, so I don't know what that says. Am I part of it? Maybe. Small towns eat you alive.
After he got famous, he tossed you aside like a bad habit?
Actually, he,
Hey, sweetheart. Sorry I'm late. I got a little tied up making you something for our anniversary. Oh, hey, guys.
Oh my gosh! Adam!
See what I mean? This happens in a cartoon universe where nobody acts like a person, and yet people eat this stuff up like it's some kind of, like, philosophical breakthrough moment for them. Literally, it is a fortune cookie made in a factory. Okay? Dhar Mann's videos are not insightful. They're a fortune cookie. I'm FPS Diesel. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Get out of here.